Another new set of kits have been revealed. Nintendo has finally added another inkjet weapon to the game. Yay. We'll start with the L-3 kit because it'll be quick. It's really bad. To be clear, Burst Bomb is a great sub-weapon for it that offers a much-needed boost in the damage department, but they wasted its Burst Bomb kit by giving it Ultra Stamp. The stamp needs a significant buff, or else weapons are only going to be succeeding in spite of it, rather than because of it. It's a special that's meant to be used aggressively, which is basically a death sentence if it's actually used that way against a team that's painting defensively. L3 had the best special in the game from day one and hasn't seen any use at all. Giving it a Burst Bomb and switching it to one of the worst specials in the game isn't going to change anything. It's a shame, because L3 had a few moments in the meta of Splatoon 2, but it just hasn't caught a break so far in Splatoon 3. Okay, Rapid Deco. When I was looking for inkjet weapons, I kinda meant weapons that would actually like to have an inkjet. Inkjet has a slow-moving projectile, so the only sure one-shots you're ever going to get are going to be at somewhat closer range. It's a common beginner mistake with Inkjet to try and use it from max range, out where a backliner might play. This doesn't work, because the shots are very easily dodgeable when you see them coming from that far away. It's easier for something like an E-liter to hit you there, than if you jump scare them by suddenly being right above them, seemingly out of nowhere. You want to activate Inkjet under a ledge and splat someone that's directly above you as you get up onto that ledge, and use the high ground then to shoot down at people for the rest of its duration. Under a ledge an enemy player is standing on is not where a ballpoint is going to position, and that's also not where a Rapid Blaster is going to position. Why do they keep doing this? And look, there is some copium to be had here. Rapid does like damage combos, and being able to hit someone with a longer range shot after damaging them could be a nice way to chase kills sometimes. But it's just frustrating that there's any amount of special main weapon mismatch on the Rapid kit that got Torpedo. Torpedo on Rapid Blaster is really, really strong, and very fun, as was undeniably shown in Splatoon 2 with the Kensa Rapid Blaster. This weapon is not a bottom tier by any means, because that main weapon sub-combo is solid by itself. But if it had a special that supported it better, it would have been a lot more viable. The Baller it had in Splatoon 2 was a great fit for it, because it was a longer-ranged midline weapon that wanted to get in there and do its damage combos, and so it benefited a lot from a special that could protect it in case it overextended and got rushed by a frontline weapon. Even though Baller wasn't a high-value special by the time the Kensa Rapid released, having synergy with the weapon went a long way. That defensive capability really came in handy in a way that Inkjet simply won't. Panicked Inkjets make it easier, not harder, for the opponent to splat you, because there's so much startup time and such a slow and such a visible movement before you can get a shot out of the weapon. I don't know that top-level teams will be able to justify running this. Inkjet is already in a worse spot than it was in Splatoon 2 because of the lack of armor, but putting it on a weapon that'll have to play out of position to get consistent value out of the special makes it seem really difficult for me to justify at a competitive level. It's like how they put Inkvac on Charger and Jet Squelcher, forcing them to play way closer to the front lines than either of them really want to get value out of their specials. So, these kits are a bit frustrating, but I figured a number of them would be. I've said that I think we only need 2 or 3 of these kits to be viable for the metagame to see meaningful change. Right now, the Charger is definitely going to be very strong, and the Rapid is something I wouldn't be too surprised to turn out being viable after all. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong there. If a Crab Tank nerf happens, all bets are off and we are practically playing a new video game, so as disappointed as I will inevitably be at some of these decisions, I'm still cautiously optimistic.